One time our algebra teacher took me aside and said, Sam, you have a 9 in my class. I said, what? Like, 9 what? She's like, that's your grade, that's your number. On the report card, it's gonna say 9. It's not gonna even have 2 numbers.
I don't think you're allowed to have less than like, oh, maybe HISD.
I broke the ceiling in how low your grade in algebra could be. It was a 9. She goes, how could this be? And I go, you're the math teacher, figure it out.
I'm sure that's exactly what you told that nice lady.
No, she said it's because you never turn in your homework. I said, that's bullshit. I mean, it's true, but homework's bullshit. I don't say that either. I said, just give me some tests. I failed the test. She felt bad for me. Gave me like a 60 or something. It's really hard to describe what cocaine smells like without getting in a little bit of trouble. I don't understand. I don't understand how to not be hungry all the time. Have you ever just stood around? How do you not get hungry? Welcome to the I Don't Understand show, a show hosted by me, a stressed out man, living in the most stressful planet in the world. Why do we have to live here? Hi, welcome to the show. My name is Sam Fickman, and I don't understand. It's a show about me, a man who's honest about the fact that he doesn't understand anything. Most things. I understand some stuff. I understand I got a hat on my head, but beyond that, we'll see. We are here in Houston. Blair is one of the, what's it, the Queens of Houston? That sucks. Blair is the president of Houston. We're gonna have a good title. What's a title anyone respects anymore?
I mean, I will say I do think of myself as a Houstonian, a Houston historian. I did not coin that phrase, but it's definitely.
Let me pretend I did. Blair is the historian of Houston. I came up with that. It's a mixture of Houston and historian. Milam and Green.
Yes.
Milliman. You are the spokesperson for Milam and Green?
One of them, yes.
You are a spokesperson
Yes.
for Milam and Green, which means you're a representative for a whiskey company.
That's right.
Does that mean you drink a lot of whiskey?
I have.
What's your number one drink, your favorite drink?
It all depends on the occasion.
For a night of sweaty torture like this?
Well, whiskey, there's just so much I could talk about with this liquid. What whiskey is grain, yeast, and water distilled. Okay, so grain, yeast, and water also makes beer. If you think about it, whiskey is distilled beer because you do have to make a beer. You have to make a mash before
People make that?
Oh yeah. You start with your grains. You're gonna ferment your grains, and they can be in any grain, literally any grain. You can make a whiskey out of barley, corn. I mean, those are the ones most common: barley, corn, rye, and wheat. But you can make a quinoa whiskey if you wanted. You can make a rice whiskey. Any grain can make a whiskey. Whatever your beer mash that you've made, you heat it up. And then the molecules that are coming up off of that cooking mash, you're distilling that whiskey. And the shape of your still is going to affect the flavor.
What is rye?
Like rye bread. Think of that rye. Have you had rye bread?
Yeah.
Okay, so same grain.
Okay.
You can make bread or you can make whiskey.
You want to go to jail, you want to go home.
Same grain.
Whiskey can make bread?
In fact, there are some whiskeys that have made their mash bills into loaves of bread so that you can like taste
The mash bill will never pass the Senate.
You know what whiskey is now.
Yes.
All right. So within whiskey, you have the different styles of whiskey, and that can be based on its grain type, but it's definitely based on where it's made. Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana are your like prime whiskey making states.
Is this for the reasons of their ground or something?
It's more the reasons of all the farmers in those areas, they created distilleries on their property.
Then distiller.
So bourbon, very important, has to be made in America.
Oh.
You cannot have a New Zealand bourbon. You cannot have a China bourbon. Bourbon has to be made in the U.S. Like champagne has to be made in France.
It has to legally or like?
Legally, it is not bourbon unless it is made in the U.S.
Good. Kentucky and Tennessee, what's the difference?
Tennessee, there's an extra step. There's a filtration process, or charcoal filtration process. It's called the Lincoln County process, and they call it Tennessee bourbon when it goes through that extra step, and it can Again, it can only be made in Tennessee. Both of them are making bourbon. At the end of the day, they're both making whiskey from corn and putting it in barrels. Scotch, made in Scotland, primarily with barley.
Barley. What is that shit?
That grain, it's a grain.
Chris Barley.
Chris Barley?
Tommy Boy with Chris Barley. Ben Distillery and Chris Barley. We're building something.
Building a world. We're world building.
Okay, sorry about everything. This is very normal. Look, I shouldn't have invited people. I shouldn't do this show.
It was a way of distinguishing bourbon away from Scotch. So bourbon, other than being made in America, whereas Scotch always only made in Scotland, bourbon has to have a primary mash bill made with corn.
Yeah.
And Scotch, mostly all barley.
Barley. Scotch. Now here, fuck, marry, kill. Bourbon, Scotch, whiskey.
So let's let's make it more specific. So bourbon, Scotch, or rye.
I'm fucking rye.
Look, we've got a rye here, and rye's pretty good.
In front of rye, I say yes. Now I'm embarrassed. I'm too shy. So the darker, what does it mean if it's darker?
Usually deeper browns and ambers mean that it has had more wood contact. It's been in the barrel longer.
What happens in that barrel?
That's where all the color, all the flavor that's not already kind of in the distillate, it's getting pulled out from the barrel.
So is it the flavor of a barrel? Barrel main character? We're drinking barrels?
Ultimately, whiskey is tree spirit.
A tree has a spirit? Is it barrel flavored? Barrel. Oh, and the barrel's a tree. Because it's wood. Chop, chop, pitches. And wood comes from the forest.
You got it, man.
It's gotta boil down to something on Earth.
That's right.
Can't just be made up out of nothing.
Trees.
It's trees.
A good master distiller will make sure that the spirit going into the barrel is as, like,
That's just a guy?
or a woman.
Okay.
Interesting.
Edit. That's just a person?
Huh?
That's just a person?
Really, you have a distilling team.
The master distiller?
You have master distiller, yes. And they're in charge of doing the whole process of getting that spirit into a barrel.
That sounds like a cool job. It sounds like somebody who would wear like a mask, like, and be a bad guy in Mad Max or something. I don't know why. Or a woman, bad woman in Mad Max.
Texas whiskey, or the climate, especially in the hill country, is different than the climate in Kentucky and Tennessee. And so the climate, especially in the hill country, is different than the climate in Kentucky and Tennessee. And so the way the barrels are really cooking is gathering more color and flavor.
What's a high number?
Anything over 100 proof tends to be considered more higher proof whiskey. The highest proof that for whiskey that I've had is probably like 70% alcohol.
70? Mm-hmm. Okay, and now when you say 70% alcohol, that's the same as like my rubbing alcohol that says 71% on it or something? Or am I very dumb?
Well,
and this
that's
is
not drinkable alcohol.
What's the diff?
Huh?
What's the diff?
Well, one, this is edible alcohol. That usually the alcohol usually has like more methanol and stuff.
Methylene.
Also, this is touched wood, right? We've touched wood with their alcohol. Now we've turned it. It's not clear like what you have in your cabinet.
The difference between that bullshit is it didn't go through the barrel process.
Well, it also is not edible alcohol. It is not.
You say edible alcohol.
Yeah.
Edible. I always think of eating.
Right.
It could be for drinking.
So right.
Go on.
Right. Well, so because if you think about back to your distillation process, your heads, your hearts, your tails, distillation, the stuff that's up here in the heads and the tails, some of that is not edible. It will make you sick if you.
Yes. Oh, and that's what that is.
Yes, it's the type of alcohol that will not make.
I'm going to make a chart of this because you've described it so visually. I'm going to actually make a chart, and I'm going to be able to visualize this better. I'll learn. And as good as my word, here's that chart I said I'd make. So she said it had the distillation. So here's the chart. Like Blair just said, you got your heads, your hearts, your tails. And you don't want to eat these because these are bad and these are bad. You want to stick right here. Thanks, Blair.
Capture all that.
Ethanol?
Yeah.
That's the drunk thing?
Yeah.
Is it always ethanol?
There's a bunch of molecules that are coming up, and then so that's actually where your still, the shape of your still will affect what types of molecules you're capturing.
And these are what makes me drunk
Yes.
and bad at parties.
Yes.
Okay, let's go on.
Okay. Yeah. So the distillation process, you're trying to get in on those molecules that come right in the middle. They're not too volatile. They're not too heavy, because that's going to be where your flavor and just your physical effect, the sweet spot.
Okay, and then the tails.
The tails, those are going to be your heavier molecules. Those are usually the kind of molecules that make you blind.
Molecules? I think I don't understand molecules.
Yeah.
What does it look like? Are you like a cowboy now that you could drink whiskey and just make a straight cool face like you're drinking water?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome. Anytime you watch a Western, they go like, I'm drinking, and there's a normal conversation. Yeah. And then when I would try to do that, I would almost throw up and die.
Oh, God. Well.
Shocking to you?
Kind of. It was more just me being concerned.
Oh, no, yeah, that is. You're not supposed to throw up.
No.
I mean, you are if you drink a lot of it.
That's right.
But you're not supposed to drink a lot of it, blah, blah, blah. So they say, so they say. Does it ever get tricky in a business where it's encouraged to drink?
Oh, yeah.
Do you watch people sometimes like, oh, wait, he shouldn't be working here. He has a problem.
There's a lot of heartbreaking situations that I think I get to observe or see. Fortunately, though, most people who work in this industry and plan to work in this industry long term, most of those people have figured out how to do it and to maintain a true work-life balance of consumption.
How much do you drink? Do you know that exact limit for yourself?
3 is really like, if that's it for me. And it has to be, also, you have to eat. You have to eat before you drink. Drinking on an empty stomach is the most dangerous thing I think anybody does. The alcohol is immediately hitting your bloodstream. Your nervous system doesn't really have as much time to regulate.
I've never had an empty stomach. So with drinking, there is shooting it, there is sipping it, there's certain things that those are the two I can think of off the top of my head.
I mean, you could just splash it in your face.
Is whiskey, you take shots of whiskey, or is it more, is that?
I wouldn't take shots of whiskey. But whiskey is good, and it's because you can sip on it.
Why does it hurt my body when I drink? What's that about? So, okay, when I wake up hungover and my body's like cement inside and like, ow, everything hurts, why?
Partially it's you have dehydrated yourself. So alcohol dehydrates you, and bags of water need to be fluffy with water.
Am I a bag of water?
Mostly.
Like a Capri Sun?
Ooh, which flavor?
Ocean blue.
Okay, I'm a tropical.
Oh, that's so much better. That's awesome. Where would you put the straw? I put it in the belly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, one of those weird kids who drinks it the wrong way.
Yeah. Oh,
They have a place. Well, they have a place for it,
Yeah.
but they don't have to put it there.
That's true.
It's pokey enough that you could put it anywhere.
Yeah, I liked putting it in the bottom because that was like the least. Sometimes when you put it through the top, you risk like stabbing yourself with that sharp straw. And so if you turn it over and you stab it in the bottom, yeah, no issues there.
That's life, though. It's about those risks. Are you willing to take them? So there's so many things in life I don't understand. One of the things I don't understand is how to drink alcohol in moderation. I have a thing where when I drink alcohol, I drink way too much of it. And I will end up blacking out. It's like a superpower. One sip, I could be anywhere. For example, if I start drinking whiskey at this table, I take a sip.
I mean, it wasn't all bad. How many guys do you know who could have lunch on the pyramids after getting digits from a girl in Rio? Not many. But it would get worse because I would take another sip.
And sometimes I'd be somewhere cold where I didn't want to be. This was too cold, I don't want to be here, so I would drink again. You gotta drink again and stay warm. That's logical.
At one point, I was being chased by the mafia and I didn't know why. And that's not good. You need to know why you're being chased because you gotta know who to apologize to and what for. They weren't accepting my apologies because they could tell I didn't really mean them.
It wasn't cool. Are you ever in a situation where you're like, uh-oh, this is not cool, and it's my fault, and I need to back away?
One time I woke up in a comedy club and Tony Clifton was playing. I could have sworn he was dead. I could have sworn he was based on Andy Kaufman. I was pretty sure he was dead too. It was not my kind of show, to be honest. I thought he was rude to the audience. You gotta respect the audience. They paid for this. I showed up in a blackout, but some people paid for this.
Hey, how did I end up here? Somehow. I just don't remember.
You'd be like, but for some reason everybody's mad at me.
Is that true? Was that true?
No. Yeah.
There was
no.
one minute, yeah.
Okay. I don't drink anymore. Throw up the sober clock. Hell yeah. Sober king. I like that expression, sober king. I like it because it's at the same time it's both very stupid and also the most serious thing you could tell somebody. And you're telling it to them in the dumbest way possible. They're like, oh, that's funny, but also, oh, okay. There would be a time when I would, the next day they'd be like, remember we went to the grocery store? I was like, oh, y'all went to the grocery store? They're like, no, Sam, you went to the grocery store. No. And I was like, I went to the grocery store? Yeah. And they're like, yes. And I was like, how was it? And they're like, not good. I'm like, how did I walk? Badly. The aisles were scared of you. Apparently I almost bumped into, okay. But if you almost bump into a person, it's basically bumping into them because they see it and they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? You don't want to bump into somebody, you don't want to almost bump into somebody. Yeah. And you don't want to be told you went to a grocery store last night.
No. Yeah.
And I believe him because I go to the grocery store a lot. It's like, checks out. Sounds like me. Sounds like something I would do.
In the middle of the night?
I just don't remember.
Night grocery shopping?
Yeah, I didn't drive there myself. I would never do that. But I was driven. Carter, hell yeah. My dad's a defense attorney.
But the best final argument I ever gave, that word was gave.
So he, criminal defense attorney, so he spends a lot of his time defending people who get, accused of all sorts of things. His whole life he's very don't drink and drive.
It's all in your brain, it's in your unconscious mind, and it's in your conscious mind.
So I lived under the, don't drink and drive. It's just like, it's as simple as stopping at a red light, you don't drink and drive. Yeah. It's just one of those things. You don't do it. I don't know. What the fuck? And then Captain Planet walks out and goes, good point, Sam. Drinking and driving is for suckers. Thanks, Cap. We never drove.
That's right.
I'm sober by choice, not by law. No lawyer or government but I don't, look, careful. I respect everybody. How do we do this?
I mean, I was touched, actually, that this was the topic that you wanted to talk about. Well, because, it's very personal.
How do you handle a drunk person?
So as a high school teacher, you learn a lot of tactics to deal with teenagers who are just melting down or doing whatever. The same tactics work on drunk adults. One thing being just offering them choices, so let's say you have someone they're causing a ruckus, they need to leave, you can address them and be like, all right, well, you've got two choices right now. You can either leave with your card right now, or you can come back and get it tomorrow, but either way you need to leave right now.
So it's like, be rational with them.
Yeah.
Don't go on their emotional dramatic level.
No.
Talk to them plain.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't be like, hey, you need to fucking leave.
Yeah. Don't raise your voice, don't match their energy,
Yes, because it'll
just escalate.
Fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Perfect metaphor.
So staying calm, staying direct,
yeah,
not making it personal, no attacks, nothing, just being very clear, making it always about safety.
Yes.
Well,
that's a little tricky though, because sometimes a drunk person can be annoying as hell, and you're gonna want to be like, okay, this guy's an asshole.
Drunk people will leave if you just sort of usher them along. You just kind of, move. You can move them out the door.
I'm just gonna put you out to dry.
But also getting them into a safe ride home, all of that.
Thanks. I was gonna show up with my shitty little attitude if you didn't say that. Functional alcoholics, you disagree with them? Is it a myth?
I mean, I know many of them, but unfortunately, if you're a functional alcoholic, that means that you require alcohol to be in your system, because your nervous system doesn't know how to behave without it. I feel like I've gotten really good at listening to my body, and there's definitely just a feeling I get where I'm like, yeah, that's enough. For me, moderation is just whatever the acceptable use is for your life. So for you, moderation means nothing. It means you can have zero, and that's fine, as long as that is making you happy. right? As long as that is making your, and not even happy, but as long as that is making your life function in the ways that you really want it to.
It certainly has everybody in my life nodding aggressively and giving and giving thumbs ups.
Yeah, yeah.
I go, I don't drink alcohol, and everybody nods and goes, good. No, you know what? I realize that I'm good at parties without alcohol,
Yeah,
and I don't need it.
yeah.
Anything that ruins them. It definitely.
So I have also noticed you're very good at parties without alcohol.
Moderation is what do you say? That was good.
Yeah,
I love
so
that.
It's whatever use level makes sense for you to function and have the life that you want to have. For me, I really think finding the mindful moments to enjoy alcohol is way more fun than just like a buzz all day.
Nice. That was a cool answer. You stuck the landing on it. That's funny.
I mean, I didn't stumble during all my words there.
I was like, holy shit. I was like, I need to drink water, but she's winning an Oscar.
I mean, are you learning? Are you absorbing? Is this working?
Doing as well as I can.
Okay.
How long have you been in the whiskey business?
Since the day all the bars shut down in 2020. Well, I was a barback before that. Barback is like a bartender's assistant, the one who gets all the ice. Or
Barback Mountain.
Yes. That's actually a cool story. That's how I got my job at Poison Girl. I got on a party bus of strangers when I was...
What happens on a party bus? But what happens at a party?
Well, you would think drinking and dancing and singing, except because I didn't really know anyone on the bus, I did none of those things. So I got that barback job at Poison Girl because I was the only sober person on the bus that could work that night.
Do you find that alcohol is a, what's it called? What does he say it is?
Lubricant.
What is it? Social? Yeah, but what's a less gross way? Liquid courage. Liquid courage. Do you find it to be liquid courage in your life? You like, oh, I'm stressed, I'll drink, you know.
I try not to drink if I'm stressed. Very specifically, I try not to use it as a reliever of stress. If I am doing that, actually, I notice that's probably me drinking on an occasion I probably shouldn't be drinking. Sure. No, I do find it to be a way of bringing people together. Way of uniting with a glass. Yeah, there is something, and it doesn't have to have alcohol in the glass, but there's something about sipping on things together with someone else that's very calming for the nervous system, and that I think is what is making it easier for people to talk to each other. Yeah.
What about what's it called? The colors, blue, Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
What is that?
Scotch.
You like that?
No.
Classist with those colors?
Oh no, it has nothing.
Well, I don't like it. I feel because I'm drinking red, what am I, poor? You're making me feel bad, Johnny Walker, about my space in life? Can't afford green. Well, what's wrong with Johnny Walker?
I mean, mostly I'm just not a huge Scotch fan.
Oh, okay.
So it's...
Have you had Johnny Walker Blue before?
Yes.
It's pretty good.
It's sweeter, yeah.
Oh, is that it? I don't understand anything, it seems. Infinite life, we shouldn't be dying anymore. I don't understand how to use super glue without it ruining my entire day. The hands, you're not gonna use those anymore. What is a product that's meant to be used and then also ruin your whole day? Why?
What is a product that is meant to ruin your whole day?
Why is it meant to be?
Why?
Who builds such a product, I mean?
I forget that this is you really not understanding things. Like my inner teacher is already coming out like,
Oh no, teach me. Oh yeah, Blair's a teacher.
high school English.
You shape young minds, including one of our very own episode 2 guests, Sophia Portillo. Here's a clip of Sophia and me goofing around from the last episode.
I don't know. Honestly, men should just like stay home.
That's fine with me. Oh, that was nutty. That was cool though. She grew up great.
No, it was really lovely.
It was actually insane. On the last day Sophia left work, I posted, "Goodbye, Sophia, for leaving," and you
I know. I freaked out.
saying, "What are you doing with one of my students?"
I know.
What am I doing with it? I was working with them. It was a job. I don't hang around with whatever young, I mean, I do, but that's because of a job. I get paid to hang out with young people. It doesn't sound good when you say it like that. Teachers don't get treated very well.
They should get more funding and they should have control returned to the to the school district. They are being given impossible workloads and not enough resources.
What's the time in your life as a teacher where you're like, wow, it's bad to be a teacher?
Oh, well, the day after the, it was the shooting in Santa Fe, was the prom for the school that I worked at. And I was the senior chair. So I was in charge of, making sure all the students who are going to prom are going to have the best prom of their life, right? And instead, I'm fielding phone calls all day from parents who are concerned that this is, that their kids are going to be targeted for gathering at an event. It was scary and really, really easily avoidable with just like, I don't know.
Bulletproof backpacks. You don't gotta worry about anything. My back is fine. My child's back will be great. It's terrible how we live on this planet.
To even try to fix it would be lovely.
What's more annoying, being around young, sober people or drunk, old people?
Drunk old people.
Drunk, old people worse than like teenagers?
Absolutely.
And now why?
Because teenagers can't help it. That's just their brains are being young human brains.
Empathy. The most empathetic person in Houston. You know what? That's what I respect. That's the title I respect. She represents empathy in Houston. Empathy's good.
It's the only thing that is going to save us from ourselves.
Yeah, but does everyone have it? We'll find out next week. It turns out nobody really, not many people display it sometimes, but empathy's good. It's a good thing to have. I don't know. Or it's bad. What are you gonna do, beat me up? You're not real.
Women have always been, historically, people who make spirits. Your earliest distillers in Ireland are women. They were healers, and so they would use alcohol for various uses. Prohibition, you see more women drinking after Prohibition. There are no laws in speakeasies, so anyone can hang out with each other. You get women and men hanging out and drinking together for the first time.
Flappers, that's how you get those kooky ass dancers.
Right.
They were not sober. In the 20s, you picture them doing all those parties where Leo's on his boat tipping his martini or whatever.
A toast to women who are only under 25 years old. My most famous thing now. I also have sex with my headphones on.
You don't need no 26-year-old girl. Your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old.
But that was, the 20s, alcohol was illegal the whole time. That was kind of that was the roaring 20s, but Prohibition the whole time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How would you have gotten around Prohibition?
You could get whiskey from other places.
From a bathtub?
Oh.
How do you make it in the bathtub?
Well, not well. Actually, I don't know.
Corn.
I mean, yeah. Okay. So
molecules.
You're boiling things in pots, and you're using your bathtub probably just as a way of gathering all the distilling. I don't know. This is me totally I'm not remembering.
Should we make some?
You want a moonshine?
Yeah. Is that what that is? What is moonshine?
It's distillate that is made illegally, technically.
Okay, yeah, I want to do that.
Fun fact, alcohol is how we understand when civilization really begins, when we start seeing human beings coming together. One, it's an agricultural product, so it doesn't start until we finally have settled down. With water sources being questionable, most humans made beer because it was actually safer to drink beer than to drink water from just any water source, because the alcohol kills any of the bacteria. If you take that a step further, alcohol also makes it easier to be around other humans. So you see towns and just all these
social
things. Mm-hmm. You start seeing people socialize, and if you think about all the religions that do have an alcoholic component.
Go off, Queen.
Right. Well, you have people treating spirits as a way of connecting to God, but really it's easier for you to connect to other human beings when you're a little intoxicated. However you intoxicate yourself, so it doesn't have to be alcohol, right?
No, sure. And I'm a pro-alcohol guy.
For other people.
For other people. Yeah. Not for me.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Hey.
Alcohol means the beginning of time.
I mean, just for humans.
Yeah, no, that's great. So wait, one of the first things that happened when people first met was we don't like each other, so we gotta do something about this. We gotta knock our brains around a little bit.
It's better to have, the neighboring tribes or whatever come over and have a beer than it is to go and kill them.
Yeah, what's wrong with humans? What's wrong with humans?
We used to be mammals.
Well, let's do it like they do it. On the Discovery Channel.
Under the stairs.
J.K. Rowling. Turf. Okay.
Jack Daniels was a master distiller. He learned partially how to distill from Uncle Nathan Nearest Green.
Who is Uncle?
So just Uncle Nearest.
Is this a slave thing?
Nearest Green was the one doing the distilling.
Is a Jack Daniels a slave owner?
Folks around here in Lynchburg.
Lynchburg? Oh, no. Jeffrey, what is even Jeffrey Wright doing there? Get out of there. Let's not tiptoe around this.
Jeffrey Wright, is this true?
Yeah.
Oh, don't call him Jeffrey wrong.
But there's actually a whole brand called Uncle Nearest.
I don't understand a parasocial relationship, but I feel them sometimes. You know, people have like parasocial with like Taylor Swift or something. I have this with John Goodman.
Howdy, neighbor.
It actually bothers me. It makes me sad and upset to think if I met John Goodman, he wouldn't know who I am.
Right.
He would have no idea who I am.
Right.
That sucks.
That would be soul crushing.
The fact that I go up to him with all the love in my heart that I have for John Goodman and he looks at me like a stranger, which he should. I am, but it's not right. It's just not right. John Goodman should be friends with me.
Why John Goodman?
He just seems like he'd be a nice guy. He seems like he's somebody who's like sweet. Seems like, and not like in a weird like psychotic way where I'm like obsessed with him or anything. Just in a way where it seems like he would like know my mom.
Sure.
Like in a casual way like that.
Sure.
I'm not asking for like the moon that we're like best friends. It seems like he should know my mom. It seems like John Goodman should be friends with my mom.
So you want a parasocial relationship for your mom?
Now I want my mom to be friends with John Goodman and I have the relationship that I have with my mom's friends with John Goodman. Like the hello at a party. How's the game going? That's me and John Goodman. It should be.
You want small talk with John Goodman.
That's all I'm asking. Shout out all okay. Joe Rogan. Gay or bonkers. Do you like British rap?
Yeah.
I love British rap.
What British rap do you like?
The guy is like, it's bonkers.
Some people think I'm bonkers.
I love when I hear a rhyme in a British accent.
Yeah.
And it's always like, oi, I'm Jiminy Glock. Who was Jack the Ripper?
Serial killer.
Who was the man?
Or a woman.
Okay, for everything.
For everything though? Is that what you said? Wow. Okay.
For Jack the Ripper. Jack.
Could be a Jacqueline.
He was murdering women. Whitechapel, take you back to 1892. What was he doing there? They say he was maybe a surgeon because he had such an expert skill with how he cut them open.
I mean, no, to be...
He was a murderer of women.
Sure.
I'm the good one here. Men are bad. Jack the Ripper was definitely a man.
What are you? They're not exactly relying on you for this information. In this shirt, you don't know what you're talking about.
You are just.
What are you talking about?
Is this
My back feels
Is this what
Am I
matters?
gaining it all
Did I
back?
gain it all back? Sure, the shirt is tight. You don't know what you're talking about.
But could have been a woman. Yeah, so I stopped drinking because blacking out was something I got really concerned about. It happens it shouldn't ever happen. If it happens once, it's scary. If it happens a bunch of times, you gotta just stop doing that.
Yeah, I would not drink either if that happened to me.
Yes. And it's a thing that happens and it's frightening.
Yeah. There's actually like not enough research or science out there about what really makes you hungover, but what's happening to you with the ethanol is just it's hitting your bloodstream and it is affecting all of your neuroreceptors to whether kind of just it is skewing how your nervous system thinks the world around you is what's going on, and it's should be making you feel calmer.
But what is it doing?
Well, depends on the person.
Skewing in...
Altering the perception.
And this is all in the brain chemistry. What's going on with the brain?
Yeah.
And it's interesting how alcohol's like, you're allowed to just like, we can play with the brain for a little bit, and then the brain can bounce back to normal.
Yeah, that's true.
Joe Rogan. Yay or nay?
No.
What's wrong with Joe Rogan? I thought he was just here to at first it just seemed like he was some guy who was just here to solve the pyramids. Here's a bit of fun for those still watching. I use a software to transcribe this podcast. Here's what I thought I asked Blair. I mean, not to offend anybody. It's just, why would it think that? Also, here's Ben Shapiro as an extra in American Pie 2. What's he thinking? They need to pass Stifler the ball more. Fucking bitch ass. There is a mountain of tension between somebody going, hey, this person got shot, and then you go, did they die? And the amount of time they take to answer that question, that's a tense moment. Just something to think about. Okay, so Blair. Blair is a ambassador to Milam and Green Whiskey. Blair, I'll do it in a normal way. Blair, you are the ambassador. You are a spokesperson for Milam and Green Whiskey, which is a whiskey company out of Texas.
Milam.
Oh, is there a song?
No, it's just, it's a Texas Revolutionary War hero named Ben Milam.
What was he? What's he like? What was he all about?
Actually, it's fun. It's kind of fun. He's one of the first people who we get Texas tall tales written about. One of them is he's like snuck under a bunch of people's houses to run supplies back to the Alamo and.
Back to the Alamo.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So he was. They were
not?
sieging. They were sieging the Alamo.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't have done that. History's confusing, hard to talk about. All that blood meridian violence that got us here, I don't condone any of it.
I don't know.
Fuck my Apple Watch. I don't want to have my Apple.
Being an ambassador, you are a salesperson that comes from the marketing department. My main job was going to every city all over the US and talking to people in liquor stores, bars. The way the liquor industry works, you can't directly sell liquor to customers. You have to go through, it's called a 3-tier system. So you have to sell things to a distributor, and then the distributor sells them to the store, and then the store sells it to the customer or to the bar, to the customer.
Where do you go in that?
We make it. So we're the supplier. Yeah, and so my job is to go and get liquor stores and bars to want to buy Milam and Green so the distributor will buy more to be able to sell to them and complete sort of a sales triangle. Really, it's about just connecting with people because whiskey at the end of the day should connect people.
Do you have a catchphrase? Would you like one?
Sure.
Blair gets hers. In the end.
Blair gets hers. I did not think I was going to become a whiskey sales brand ambassador. I went to library school.
Page master.
Right.
The dean of library school.
We can also make a little cocktail out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so you're pro non-alcoholic.
I love non-alcoholic spirits.
What steered me clear personally from non-alcoholic beverages is my whole life I've hated the taste of alcohol but loved being drunk from it.
Sure.
So now you're saying, here's your taste, none of your drunk, no thanks. But why? But why yes to this?
Part of me just wants to show you. Okay, yeah, like, so I'm gonna put some of this Pathfinder in here.
Now I have a very OCD, and it's not OCD, it's just a fear. It's just a fear. That this gets mixed up and I accidentally drink the real alcohol. I get nervous sometimes that I'm gonna accidentally break sobriety. It's like a nervous dream I have.
Of course.
And I wonder about like, does that break sobriety? If like Guy Fieri gives me like some burger that has like bourbon sauce, barbecue sauce?
So truly it's all up to you. It's your rule system. It's what makes you comfortable. If that is gonna make you uncomfortable, be like, this makes me feel like then don't do it.
No, but does it count as alcohol?
No.
Okay, then I'm good with it. Okay, they have a different color.
Yeah, they got different colors.
This is also my main fear about ever ordering non-alcoholic is they're back there in a bar, they're mixing things up. They make that one mistake and I've lost all this time of not drink. That would make me feel bad for them and me.
Sure.
Would it, Sam? Let's be real. Would you feel bad for the bartender? You wouldn't want to murder them? Tom Holland said he felt bad for the bartender who mixed up his non-alcoholic drink with alcohol. But Tom Holland is Spider-Man, and I record audio for my podcast in the bathroom of Buc-ee's. I guess we're not the same. So I don't trust the bartender. I just don't. But that's maybe me. Should I be more trusting out there in the world of non-alcoholic beverages?
If I was a vegetarian, this would be like a fake chicken nugget.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
I think there are more bars, especially bars that actually put non-alcoholic cocktails on the menu. Those are great spaces to try out non-alcoholic cocktails, they care. They care enough to put it on the menu. It's about connecting. So for you, Pathfinder, it's just about sniffing, having a little sniff.
So which one do you have?
So I have my whiskey, but actually here, I will go ahead and pour a little. This is a spirit that is made from hemp root.
Oh shit. We're gonna get high as hell.
It does have, you can smell it. So it's something that you can smell.
Oh, I smell it for sure.
Yeah.
It smells good.
Yeah.
How would you describe that? How close do you get it to your nose?
Normally, if you are first starting off with smelling spirits, you don't want to do this because you might actually burn your nose hairs. But that's truly if you're smelling alcohol. This does not seem like it's. Yeah, your nose is fine. But it's a sweeter smell, very floral. We've got.
It definitely smells like something. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep describing.
No. What?
No,
okay.
you go first.
So usually what I do is I'll try and think of like a memory that it reminds me of.
I don't know. Honestly, men should just like stay home.
That's fine with me.
And this, I'm getting like orange whip. But then it's also super spicy. It's got kind of an Old Spice thing going on. This is just a spirit that...
Why spirit? That's too scary. They should not call it that. Too scary. Spirit?
And when you're sipping a spirit, you're just gonna like take a tiny sip. So that wakes up your trigeminal nerve in your tongue that starts getting you to salivate a little bit more. You're about to take like a bigger sip. So tiny is good for first. So yes, I like to hold it on the tongue a little bit. I like this word delicate because for me, when a spirit is delicate, I can actually taste different things in it versus when it's really harsh, it's just numbing my mouth. Like that's what happens when, you put alcohol on anything, it's numbing. Yeah, and so I don't necessarily need super high alcohol content in order to enjoy a spirit, but I've noticed that the more alcohol there is, sometimes there's more flavors that can be found if it's well made. And then you could drink the rest of that neat, neat pour.
What's neat mean?
Or means without any ice or flavoring just by itself, neat.
That's cool. On the rocks, do you ever say that?
On the rocks, so this is on the rocks.
You say rocks? That's so much cooler
Say rocks.
than ice.
You can drink it neat, or you could have it as a
This
cocktail.
is a mix?
So
Hit me with a little of the mix.
there you go.
Wait, is this?
Well, so no, I would
Wait, is
do.
this
I would do-
alcohol?
Yeah, no, that's for you.
Oh, whoa.
That's
Okay,
for
see,
you.
so since I don't drink alcohol, I usually will order, my thing is I'll just get a Diet Coke. It is cool to be able to like have a drink when you're like socially around with people.
How's it feel?
Feels good.
Yeah, here, cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. This is good. This is good, guys.
Yeah.
I can do this.
I can do this. Manchak.
Is it good?
This is really good. Oh shit, that ginger beer really helps.
Yeah.
No, it's not real beer though.
No.
Mom, relax. It's just called that because of like root beer.
Yeah.
Delicious.
It's tasty.
And I look like Don Draper again.
What? I mean,
Don Draper again. Look, no difference.
so truly there's something about holding a glass when you're talking to someone. It gives you a little bit of, there's a feeling, there's a physicality to it. Yeah, so that's why truly drinking really should not necessarily be about what's in the glass. It's just that you are holding glasses together with someone. This one's actually super special in a couple different ways. One, it is a rye, and I used to hate rye whiskey. So Mile and Green has made me love rye whiskey because they age rye in port wine casks, which we talked with the red color and all that, but it also gives it kind of a like a berry, dark fruit, sort of chocolate dessert thing. I don't necessarily need to be explaining all the whiskey notes to you, right?
Well, keep doing it. I'm gonna drink and
Okay, we're
look.
good.
And I'm like explain. It's cool.
Okay.
I'm enjoying drinking and listening.
Okay.
That's part of drinking. Is it burning your nostril hairs? Because they're all burned off already?
No, because I put an ice cube in it.
Oh, shout
yeah,
out
so if
Death
I
Row
like-
Record.
Yeah, so if I smell from this one, the alcohol is going into my nose for sure in this one because there's no ice in it. So.
But there's no alcohol in that one.
No, this is the alcohol one.
That's the alcohol one?
This is the alcohol one. This is the non-alcohol one.
Oh, see, they look exactly the same. This is what I'm scared about.
But they smell different. They smell remarkably different.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not trying to make you smell.
Like, what is their favorite part about it?
Honestly, it's just bringing me back into the moment. It's just easier to slow down when I have poured myself something. You really can't be drinking spirits and like doing other things that require concentration on. Really should
You
not do it.
mustn't.
Well, and
Don't. How long have you been doing grown-up story time?
I've been doing grown up story time generally since 2011. So I think there's something about growing up in Houston. You have to make your own fun way more, perhaps, than in other major cities. And we still have access to an art scene.
You're smart. Blair, the one thing about you is we went to high school together, and I used to cheat on every test by looking at your paper. Did you know that?
Sometimes. Do you remember the first time we met? Remember we went to Tuts. We went to Theater Under the Stars together.
Oh, we were theater,
Yeah.
cool theater kids. It was kind of, it was kind of metal back in the day to be a theater guy. It might sound lame now, but back in the day. Thank you, Blair.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. Pathfinder, I appreciate it. You are endlessly creative. I've loved hanging out with you for about 20 years. One of the coolest people I know. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having a podcast. It's very funny.
Thank you so much for being on it. And when I came back, I was living in LA for a long time. When I came back to Houston, one of the things I was very, very excited about was the chance that I would be around you again. I get to be around Blair.
I'm glad you moved back too.
Yeah, you're one of the reasons that I'm supremely happy I'm here. And you make Houston a way cooler place by doing all the stuff that you do. And I love that you do all that stuff. And thank you for doing it. Keep doing it.
Sip from that one. A toll.
But you don't shoot it. It's a shot.
Yeah,
it's
no,
no
just
good.
sipping.
To Trees.
Trees!
Thank you to Trees for helping us get drunk in a reasonable way if we can. Maybe I'm the wrong one for this message. Did this sound like it was an intervention? I said, Blair, come to my house. We have to talk about your drinking. Come to my random.
Well, now that you've said it like that, yeah, no.
They do like 4 different times. Thank you, Blair, for coming on. And it's like a sketch where Blair keeps having to drink whiskey. It's like a Monty Python sketch where Blair keeps having to drink whiskey because I do like the toast like 1,000 times.
Take it from, you want me to give you a count off?
Wouldn't Monty Python do something so unfunny? What am I supposed to be thinking about? What do you think about? Are you ever like standing around like just living and like cutting something and you're like, what am I supposed to be thinking about right now? Like I got nothing. What was it? You got to be thinking about something always, or how do you not think about things?
I mean, I sometimes do meditate and just focus on breathing. That's a good technique. Yeah. Slow down a brain, make it not worry so much about what it's thinking about.
I've got to do that.
This is what I'm talking about. These people don't understand anything.
Yeah, was that good?
Yeah, I love it. That's exactly.